Now for our evaluator for speech number 2, Toastmaster Canonica.
Yeah, Austen! Never get tired of you. I don't know about that. Ding, ding, ding! Class is in session. Toastmasters Club. I hope I don't have to kick you out during this evaluation. But I empathize with your speech from top to bottom. And much as you were organized throughout your speech, my effort here will be to organize in this evaluation. First, I'm going to talk about how you did against your speech objectives, which is always the most important thing when we're doing our projects. Then I'm going to talk about how you said your speech, and then get into the content, because there was a lot of great content there. So first of all, your speech objectives. You were very organized in this speech, and you especially hit the ground running with your introduction. You started with a purpose, and when you started speaking, we all knew you knew about education. Your title and your introduction also led really well into your intro, which is something I would advise to all of us. Choose a title and an introduction with a purpose, like Olivia did, to really set up your speech, and that was great. Your speech value. This was a very important speech, and the passion with which you spoke about this speech shone throughout. We knew that none of this was feigned or fabricated. This was all authentic Olivia right here. Tell us how you really feel. You did that today. Preparation. Very practiced and rehearsed. I heard you talking with our awe counter before the meeting. You said, go easy on me with the fillers. I don't even think I heard a filler throughout the whole speech. Very, very impressive. Organization, you did well. I'm going to get into one technique that I think could help you for the future when I talk about how you said it. The body had a logical flow. You first talked about your experience in school, then you talked about more of your experiential experience as a worker, a little redundant, and then you wrapped up with your conclusion. Very effective conclusion. The transitions, while they were well done, I want you to be a little more specific with your transitions to transition from the end of one point so it kind of bleeds naturally into that next point so everyone can really flow along very well with you. And that's how you do with your objectives. So I think you nailed it. Very organized speech overall. Well done. Now, how did you do it? You started off with a bang with a strong introduction. You commanded the stage with your presence. I think you were very pointed in your efforts. Didn't seem like there was any wasted motion or anything you did just for the heck of it. You clearly were on a mission with this speech, and you succeeded with that mission. You also have a great sense of humor. Sometimes it's a little more on the dry side, but it works to your advantage, especially when clearly you have some pent-up negative feelings towards this subject or towards something you want to educate us about, and that really shone through. So keep recognizing that you are funny and you have the ability to make audiences laugh, because it's something that most people are not able to do naturally. So keep up with that. Now I want to talk a little bit about your content, because there was so much great content in this speech. I, for one, was reflecting since the moment you gave your call to action in the introduction about my time in school. And my father could attest, my first 4 semesters of college, the gen ed classes. Every single semester when it started, I came home and I said, Mom and Dad, I don't want to be in college anymore. This is stupid, the professors don't care, this is high school part 2. I don't have to do this, I already have a job, so I'm just going to work that job more. I was like, okay, you could do that, but my mom said, no, you're going to college, you're going to stick through it. And overall, I'm glad that I did it, but I can empathize with you 100%. I also like how you gave the relation to Chick-fil-A. You used a little bit of humor with the arm sticking in the nastiness. I thought that was great overall. My advice for you next time, just try to be a little more specific with your individual speech objectives, but recognize that you are a great speaker. Can't wait for your 3rd speech. General Evaluator. Woo! Yes!